Okay, so sorry. I decided I'm gonna try Mahjong tonight, as long as it's not something that's gonna take a lot of time to do. And then we'll continue with the story quest. If it seems like it's taking too long, we'll do that later, and then we'll go ahead with the story quests. Because I'm not gonna play too much longer tonight because I have off tomorrow and then all next week, so I have plenty of time to play. Where's that at? Alright, must be upstairs then. Yeah, I've seen people play it. I think I played it on the the little game on the PC. I think it was with Minesweeper on that, but I've never learned how to play. I don't expect me to do good my first time. Well, that click quest is easy. Now, do I have to do another one, or is it just gonna? Okay. Racer plea winning half tile points more for speed and difficulty of the hand. I wonder if it's like domino. I think it's a lot like dominoes. Or not. Two, three, four, 5, 6. Call it cards. 3, 3, 3. And those are matches, I'm guessing. "14 tiles form 4 groups of 3 tiles. 1, 2, and 1 pair of matching tiles." I see 2 I see 1. The swords and the Japanese symbol match. I guess maybe 2 things. I don't know. A group of tiles knows a meld, and the various types are explained in this guide. Combination of melds determines the difficulty of the hand. Number tiles and honor tiles. That's pretty self-explanatory. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. I just remember that one sold one is 8 because it looks a little different. So, number 1 to 9, that's self-explanatory. There are 2 sets of honor tiles, suits of honor tiles. The 4 wind and the 3 dragon. That 1 dragon is really hard to see. I don't know if anything's even on it. They appear in no particular segments they get straight. So you can only fill with. Okay, so the honors you have to match up. I get that. Straights. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. It has to be the same. That's basically like suits and cards. It has to be the same suit. Okay, 8, 9, 9, because you can't, like, some games like Ace can go 2 that can't do this with this one. That's self-explanatory. On one hand consists of 14 tiles. On one hand consists of 14 tiles, 4 melds, and 1 matching pair. Okay. Okay. A group tiles is known as a meld. 4 melds and 1. Okay, melds are pretty much anything except for matching, maybe. I get it so far. This might be confusing me right here. Sumo. Okay. When a winning hand is formed with a tile drawn by the player, the point value is calculated, and each of the other players paid its point cost. If a dealer calls a winning hand, the point value is increased by 50%. If the okay. If the winning hand is formed with a tile drawn by the player. Okay. Ron. Okay, if somebody discards, I think I can pick it up. I was wondering about that. The player discards a tile that allows another player to form winning hand. Only the player that discarded the tile must pay. When dealing with only one players. Okay, yeah, dealer, whether you win or lose, double, or half, or, yeah. Okay. Oh man. There's more to it. Okay, I just saw this, it's playing my Mahjong down there too. Okay, I don't quite get that. Specific combinations of males. Okay. I kind of get that. Only numbers have 2 to 8 are used. Hand cannot take any honor tiles. It's a lot of those. That's gonna take over some time to remember. So it's like I think it's gonna know like poker, which I've never played either. Okay, I get that. I kind of get that 3. This is really complicated. I may have to like to do a tutorial video or something and watch that. Triple of any of those, that's understandable. So yeah, this looks like it's gonna take a lot longer than I thought. So let's just, I'm gonna do some research on this on my own and come back to it. Let's go ahead and I believe I have to go to here. Story quests. I mean, it sounds interesting. I think I'd have fun with it, but I don't have time tonight. Just remember how to get there. Pretty sure it's still in here. Oh shit, where am I supposed to go? Oh, the House of Fierce. Which isn't very far. So, you know what mount I want to use? I don't use much, but excuse me, I would like to use. Okay, I know what that was. I never. Now, I don't remember if it can fly or not, so if it can't, we're just going to have to say, too bad. Nothing can fly here, but I'm going to want to get out there. If it can't fly, what's the use of it? Just walking there would be a pain in the ass. Thought it could. If I can see it, then I can be it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. The Dario Moon Gates. Alright, so yeah, let's go do the story, more of the story tonight. Yeah, at first I really wanted to get into more, but like I said, it's after work, so I'm a bit tired. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to just get on it. But like I said, I have so much time off, like tomorrow I'll be on a lot more. And then we'll... So let's get over there for one thing. Head to the burn.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test.
Something bad is going to happen. I'm surprised it didn't go.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming. 1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
This is really cool stuff.
4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Maybe not. What's that?
Imperial airship. Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us. Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
They probably want to fight, though, which I can oblige. Who's that guy? Oh, how'd he get out of it? Is that the evil uncle guy or whatever? No.
By the gods. It's Alpha, no. What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
This guy want to fight?
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
I remember his face. I just don't remember who he is.
No, not him too.
But this is getting worse and worse. Well, fear not. He's not dead, but he's in a coma. Yeah, yeah. That's not a fear not situation.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem.
I think that was the people that helped me.
It is a day for fated reunions.
Yes, Shadowhunter.
Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
No, don't think he's going to want to fight.
I, Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished.
I just looked that up. I can't remember who that was.
Stand down.
I kind of do, but I don't.
The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was...
Oh no.
The Ascian used me, as he used so many others. All to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least.
I almost remember.
Folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians.
Well, at least he's somewhat on our side now. Was that the very first guy you fought?
The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge.
I think it was. It was the first guy you fought in the, now I could be wrong, in an original storyline before Heaven's Word even, like, the Realm Reborn.
My principal quarry was to be La Hebrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world.
That's cool stuff.
I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword.
Yeah, I'll look it up in a minute after I get off here. I'm pretty sure I'm right, though.
Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the Source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Hebrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on La Hebrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Heidelind's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets.
So the Eden Shook, I'm not pronouncing that right at all. I wonder if that's who was? I can't remember the names. It was the one talking to the guy that was had supposed to be dead. Was talking to the Emperor. Of course, the Emperor was always the one I was making fun of, walking away evil, or at least slowly.
It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resist guards. You don't think they're planning to use...
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Ciegalvus.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
Oh, so there's more than one. So he was the one that Ascian took over. Maybe there's just one with the Ascian and then a lot of clones. That's what I was talking about a second ago.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland.
So you're frenemy, basically.
It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again.
Does that mean we're gonna fight?
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least.
You guys better put the barrier back up.
Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
I was kind of wanting to get some kind of fight tonight or something, though. I wonder if you can, like, this is a new area you can actually come to anytime you want. Doesn't look like it. So is this all just going to go back and forth and strategize? Or is something else going to happen? This looks like a lot of times this kind of stuff happens, so it might be the end of the story quests, which will be in the end of the video.
Our supplies at Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance. See that you do.
Here's dude just gonna make it. Yep, my new dude is gonna.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometime.
I fucking knew you were gonna do that.
A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose... Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
Now he ships off.
What, precisely?
He's shot. So he's gone from fucking walking slowly to skipping, almost. I don't know what the word for that. He's not really skipping. He's kind of a little jaunt. It's hard to take him seriously. Hello.
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I swear to God, if he skips off again.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way.
We kind of did it.
Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in elegant cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention. And of all the options available, you chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, eh?
Aye.
If events play
You know what they're
out
like,
as planned,
eh?
this will become something of a family enterprise.
Did you hear about that murder up by the lake, eh? Oh, no. Now I was up there, let me tell you. Just before the murders happened, I got them just in time. Who boy, who knows what could have happened. You don't want to mess with the likes of them.
You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give...
So theatrical. Hey, do it again, he's dancing! Like, stop making the actual bad guys. They're not scary. They're not threatening. Ah, there's one more. $236. I think we're good to do one more. Okay, we'll just warp back there. I'm running out of those. I really need to get more. Restricted Indians attack their fort. Go gophers are gonna get him. If anybody's old enough to remember that.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Here. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, while our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
He's like the others.
So, Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately... Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will... The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye. I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varissos Galvus would be attending.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varus did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along.
Of course.
God, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then... Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Of course.
That's settled then. We don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Let's do it. How can I? Okay. This is a separate area. Parley. Okay. Some near Nazi symbolism there, just the color. That's what it reminds me of. Hey, Slut.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader. one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
Sorry.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Dorma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise.
I mean, the whole thing was a lie. We found that back out, but the humans were the bad guys. They're the ones that started everything, not the dragons. All because of religion.
You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores...
I skipped that accidentally. Shit.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
I've never heard him laugh until now.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not one to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Wake up!
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more
Okay, so I think I'm still in the middle of this quest, but I'm gonna call it a night. Because yeah, it's getting later. I gotta still do some other stuff, but yeah. So I'll see you guys later. I'm trying to do that, but I'll just take the headphones out. I'll see you guys. See you guys later.
Yeah, it's good about that, but it's so silly. I mean, it's back on. He's dancing away. I mean, with you know Hildebrand here, it's meant to be maybe it's supposed to be too, but like with Hildebrand, it's meant to be comical. Like he's supposed to be a badass. He's like, doo-doo. Okay, that's enough of that. So, see you guys later.